Began doing what I loved, that I truly felt alive. Find work that inspires you. It could be a hobby you turn into a passion project, or an entirely new path you venture down. The world is full of opportunities, and there is so much more to life than just working for money. You don't have to follow a rigid script that society has laid out for you. If you're spending your days in a job that doesn't bring joy or meaning, now is the perfect time to rethink that. It's never too late to pursue what brings you fulfillment. You may have the freedom to create a life that is in alignment with your values, something that gives you a sense of purpose, that excites you to wake up every day, that fills you with a deep sense of contentment. I understand that it can be daunting to step away from something that feels safe and familiar, but the truth is, you've earned the right to live for you now. Let go of the pressure of what others might think. This is your time to shine, to live with intention, and to pursue the things that light you up from within. Remember, your time is your greatest gift. Don't waste it on something that doesn't bring you joy. Find the work, the passion, and the purpose that makes you feel alive and fulfilled. As I continue to reflect on the lessons I've learned over the years, I can't stress enough just how important it is to take care of our health, especially as we grow older. Health truly is the foundation of everything. Without it, all the dreams, adventures, and experiences we've always wanted to enjoy become difficult or even impossible. After turning 60, I had to face the reality that I had not always been as mindful of my health as I should have been. Like many people, I got caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, focusing on work, family, and responsibilities. But somewhere along the way, I neglected the most important thing, my own well-being. I thought I was invincible, that I could keep pushing through without taking care of my body. But I quickly realized that without my health, nothing else matters. Let me share with you one of the biggest revelations I had. It's never too late to make a change. In fact, after I turned 60, I began to adopt habits that have transformed the way I feel and live. It all started with making health a priority in my life. I began by taking smaller, practical steps. I focused on eating a balanced diet, staying active with regular walks, and getting enough sleep. It wasn't about extreme measures or perfection. It was about consistency and commitment to my own well-being. A lot of people I speak with think that once you're over a certain age, it's too late to get healthy, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The changes I made didn't happen overnight, but I noticed improvements over time. I had more energy, I slept better, and I felt more positive about life. And the best part, I felt stronger, both physically and mentally. You see, when we neglect our health, we're not just putting our bodies at risk, we're also limiting our ability to enjoy life. Health isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. It's about having the vitality to do the things you love. To travel, to connect with others. My name is Dr. Linda Walker, and for over 30 years, I've had the privilege of working with older adults, guiding them through the challenges and triumphs that come with age. But today, I'm not here as a doctor or a specialist. Today, I'm speaking to you as someone who has been on the other side, as someone who has learned, perhaps the hard way, how to truly live life after 60. Let me take you back a few years. I was in my early 60s, feeling the weight of decades of responsibility, expectations, and the relentless pursuit of success, whatever that meant. Like many of you, I had lived a life striving to please others, worrying about what people thought, focusing on the future, and, most of all, stressing about things I couldn't control. But then, something shifted. I realized I had been carrying a heavy load of worries that no longer served me. Worries about money, about my health, about my appearance, and about what others might think of me. I knew it was time to let go. And so began my journey of transformation. It wasn't easy. It took time, patience, and most importantly, self-compassion. But I can tell you this, letting go of those old worries and societal pressures was the most liberating decision I ever made. I learned that after 60, it's not about holding on tightly to what others expect of you, but about freeing yourself to live your life on your terms. Today, I'm here to share with you 5 powerful things I've learned to leave behind after 60. These are the things that, once shed, have made room for joy, purpose, and a sense of true freedom. First, I had to stop worrying about money as the end all be all. Yes, I still take care of my finances, but I no longer let fear of financial instability rule my life. Second, I stopped obsessing over my health, not in the sense of neglecting it, but in letting go of the constant anxiety about what might go wrong. I learned that taking care of my body was about self-love, not self-punishment. Third, I stopped caring about the opinions of others, the pressure to meet everyone else's expectations. Gone. I realized that my happiness was mine to create, not dictated by others. As I share these lessons with you today, my hope is that you'll take them to heart, that you'll embrace the freedom that comes with releasing the old, and live each day with a sense of adventure, purpose, and joy. Because the truth is, the best years of your life are ahead of you, and they start now. As I continued on my journey of embracing freedom after 60, one of the most profound realizations I had was about money. For decades, I had lived in constant worry about my financial future. I spent so much of my life saving, scrimping, and planning for a tomorrow that always seemed to be just out of reach. I would budget, I would cut corners, and I would hold back on enjoying the present because I feared running out of money in the future. But I came to a powerful conclusion. Money is meant to be a tool for living, not a cage that keeps you from fully experiencing life. I want to share something with you that truly changed my perspective. Stop living in fear of your finances. Of course, it's important to be financially responsible, especially as we get older. But it's equally important to recognize that once we've worked hard, saved enough, and reached a place where we're financially secure, it's time to stop hoarding every penny out of fear of the unknown. If you have enough to cover your essentials, maybe even a little extra, why let money be a source of anxiety? The point isn't to live recklessly, but to live freely. Now, let me be clear. This doesn't mean you should throw caution to the wind. Planning and saving for the future is still crucial, especially as we age and deal with retirement. But it's about finding balance. It's about spending money on the experiences that truly bring you joy, on the memories that will last, on the people you love, and on yourself. You deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor. If you've spent your whole life working, saving, and building, it's time to savor the present without constantly worrying about the future. Here's a practical tip. Create a joy budget. This is a separate part of your budget specifically set aside for the things that bring you happiness. It could be a weekend getaway, dining out with friends, or even pampering yourself with a spa day. It's about spending on things that nourish your soul, not just your savings account. If you have extra funds, use them to explore new hobbies, travel to places you've always wanted to visit, or indulge in things that bring you true joy. This doesn't have to be extravagant, but it's a way of prioritizing living over constantly saving for a future that might never come. Another piece of advice: invest in experiences, not just things. Research shows that spending money on experiences, whether it's traveling, learning something new, or simply spending time with loved ones, leads to more lasting happiness than buying material goods. At this stage in life, you've probably accumulated enough stuff. Now, it's time to create lasting memories. When I made this shift, I found that my life became richer, not in possessions, but in moments that mattered most. I also want to remind you to let go of the fear of what others think about your spending. I used to feel guilty when I'd spend money on something that wasn't strictly necessary. But I realized that life is too short to live with guilt over enjoying the fruits of your hard work. If something brings you joy or helps you feel fulfilled, then it's worth considering, no matter what others might think. As I share this with you, I hope you'll feel empowered to take control of your finances in a way that allows you to live fully. Don't let the fear of running out of money keep you from living the life you deserve. Financial freedom is about peace of mind and the ability to enjoy the present. If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I share more insights and practical advice on how to embrace life after 60 with confidence, joy, and freedom. So, hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey of living well, enjoying each moment, and creating the life we've always dreamed of, because you deserve it. As I reflect on the life I've built and the lessons I've learned over the years, one truth stands out more than anything else. Money is best spent on the experiences and moments that make life truly worth living. After I turned 60, I realized that all the things I had accumulated over the years, clothes, gadgets, even furniture, didn't hold nearly the same value as the moments I spent with those I loved, the places I explored, and the simple joys that nourished my spirit. When I was younger, I often felt the need to keep buying more things, thinking they would fill a void or bring me happiness. I thought material possessions could give me a sense of accomplishment or security. But now, looking back, I see that it was the experiences I shared with family and friends, the laughter, filled conversations, the trips to places I'd always dreamed of visiting, that truly enriched my life. The truth is, experiences stay with you far longer than things ever will. If I could offer you one piece of advice, it would be this: don't wait for tomorrow to experience the joy you deserve today. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that we need to save every penny for the what-ifs of the future. But after 60, the reality is different. Life is precious. And those moments you've been putting off, those little things you've told yourself you'll do one day, may never come if you don't take action now. I remember a trip I took to the coast with a few of my closest friends. It wasn't the most luxurious vacation, but it was filled with laughter, stunning views, and an abundance of simple pleasures. Walks along the beach at sunrise, impromptu picnics on the sand, and long talks under the stars. It wasn't expensive, but it was priceless. We shared memories that we still talk about today. That experience, more than any material item, left an indelible mark on my heart. So, I ask you, what if, instead of spending on things that will one day gather dust, you chose to invest in activities that make your heart sing? Spend on the experiences that bring you joy, peace, and a sense of fulfillment. Take that dance class you've always wanted to try. Go on that road trip you've been dreaming about. Or maybe just take a weekend to disconnect and enjoy a book in a cozy corner of your home. These moments, these experiences will stay with you forever, and they'll be the ones that truly shape your life. It's about the things that make your soul feel alive, that create memories you can treasure, and that bring you closer to the people who matter most. Whether it's spending time with family, enjoying a hobby, or exploring new adventures, invest in joy. As I stand here today, reflecting on the journey I've taken, one lesson rings true: we all have a finite amount of time, and it's far too precious to trade it solely for money. In my younger years, I worked hard, thinking that a steady paycheck and financial security were all that mattered. I believed that if I just kept pushing through the hours, kept climbing that corporate ladder, I'd eventually find fulfillment. But as the years passed, I realized something profoundly important. Doing work solely for money can drain your soul. When I turned 60, I came to understand that life is about more than the hustle and grind. It's about living with purpose, about finding a path that aligns with your passions and values. You don't need to keep chasing a paycheck at the cost of your happiness. Instead, I urge you to look at the work you're doing now and ask yourself, is this work bringing you joy, fulfillment, and meaning? Or are you simply exchanging your time for something that doesn't truly enrich your life? For years, I lived by the idea that money would bring happiness, and I worked tirelessly to build a comfortable life. But what I didn't realize was that, over time, my true happiness wasn't in the bank account. I was missing the deeper connection with myself, my purpose, and the activities that truly fulfilled me. It wasn't until I stopped chasing a paycheck and and to live with passion and purpose. A healthy body allows you to fully experience the joys of life, and it's something we all deserve. As we age, it's even more important to prioritize regular checkups and stay on top of preventive care. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that we can ignore small aches and pains or put off that doctor's visit, but I've learned that these are the very things that can keep us from living a long, fulfilling life. Take action now to maintain your health, whether it's through exercise, eating nutritious food, staying hydrated, or simply managing stress in a healthy way. As a result, I feel more capable, confident, and connected to life than ever before. The freedom that comes with good health is something we cannot take for granted. When you have the strength to do what you love, every day feels like a gift. As I've journeyed through my 60s, one of the most freeing realizations I've come to is that I don't need to worry about what other people think. For most of my life, I was consumed by the expectations and judgments of others. I worked hard to meet the standards set by society, my family, and even friends. I constantly adjusted myself to fit into molds that others had created. But after reaching this stage in my life, I've discovered something far more valuable: the freedom to live for myself. It's funny. Really? We often spend so much time trying to please others, and in doing so, we lose touch with our own desires, dreams, and needs. I realized that by the time I reached 60, I had unknowingly sacrificed parts of myself to fulfill other people's expectations. But no more. It's my time now, and it's time to stop living according to someone else's script. There's an immense sense of peace that comes with this shift. For the first time in decades, I can honestly say that I'm no longer worried about how others perceive me. The constant internal dialogue of self-doubt and fear of judgment has quieted down. I can truly say that I've learned to live for myself, and it's been life-changing. I'm not saying that I've stopped caring about my loved ones or that I've become selfish, but I've learned to prioritize what brings me happiness, peace, and fulfillment. I've given myself permission to let go of the pressure to meet others' standards, and in return, I've gained an immense sense of freedom. Imagine waking up every day without the weight of societal expectations weighing you down, where you make choices based on what you truly want and not what others think is best for you. That's the kind of life I've embraced. Letting go of the fear of judgment doesn't mean you become reckless or stop caring about others entirely. It means you make decisions that honor your true self. Regardless of what others might say or think, I now spend my time doing things that bring me joy, whether it's traveling, taking up new hobbies, or simply enjoying quiet moments with loved ones. I've stopped living in the shadow of others' expectations, and it has opened up a world of possibilities. If you're still stuck in the trap of trying to please everyone else, I want to encourage you to let go. Embrace the freedom that comes with living authentically. Let go of the need for approval and trust that your path is the right one for you. There's a world of joy, fulfillment, and freedom waiting for you once you free yourself from the constant worry of judgment. As I reflect on this incredible journey of embracing freedom and living authentically, I want to share some practical advice for anyone looking to make a change in their life. The truth is, the transition to living for yourself after 60 doesn't happen overnight, but it's absolutely possible with the right mindset and small, intentional steps. First and foremost, start by identifying what truly matters to you. Take time to reflect on your passions, desires, and goals. What have you always wanted to do, but haven't yet? Maybe it's learning a new skill, traveling to a place you've always dreamed of, or simply taking time to enjoy the small moments. Write these down and commit to pursuing them, no matter how big or small they seem. Next, don't be afraid to say no. I used to say yes to everything and everyone, afraid of disappointing people. But now, I've learned the importance of setting boundaries. Saying no isn't selfish. It's necessary for your well-being. It's okay to prioritize your own happiness and peace of mind. Your time and energy are precious. Also, don't underestimate the power of self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself, especially when you feel like you're running out of time or that you should have made changes sooner. But remember, it's never too late to start living your best life. Treat yourself with kindness and patience. You deserve it. And finally, surround yourself with people who uplift you. In this stage of life, I've realized that the people I choose to be around have a huge impact on my energy and mindset. Cultivate relationships that bring positivity, support, and joy into your life. These people will help you thrive as you live with purpose and joy. Remember, it's your time now. Don't let fear, expectations, or regrets hold you back. Take control of your future and start living the life you've always dreamed of. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more insights. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. As I've shared my journey, I want to leave you with an important lesson. It's never too late to create the life you've always dreamed of. After 60, many of us find ourselves questioning what's next. But the truth is, it's the perfect time to embrace freedom. Let go of old fears and live with purpose. Start by making small, intentional changes. Focus on what brings you joy. Prioritize your health and surround yourself with positivity. Don't wait for the perfect moment to live your dreams. Start now, because your time is now. Remember, life is about enjoying the journey, not just the destination. Take a step towards what makes you happy. Whether it's a hobby, a new adventure, or simply cherishing the small moments. If this message resonates with you, I'd love for you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. I want to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your personal experiences, or any questions you may have in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation. And together, let's live the life we deserve. Dr. Emma Harris.